Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is the National Football League. As we'll see Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you? Yeah. Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now Mayfield. Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down, here's White. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Breaks through the contact. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Mayfield to throw it. He completes it to Evans. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. out of the gun with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, another completion right there. And again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll go up the middle with White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mayfield, and it's caught. Touchdown! Trey Palmer, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On play action, Rodgers.
And check down, complete to Hall.
Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Rodgers. And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
On 4th down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Here's Rodgers to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Irving now on the return. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
First down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mayfield now. This one taken in by Otten. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A 4th down. Here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go again with Hall. Levante David in on the tackle.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Rodgers now to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
They'll set up a throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. New York set to take the field.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second and 8 coming from the 19. On second down, a run with Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. From the 46, here's second down and 7. They stay on the ground with White. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Here is third down and 4. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play,
so the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 3. They'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Mayfield right back to Chris Godwin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Evans. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now he'll escape to his left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Now Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Rodgers again now.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throwing is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. They need 2. Here's third down.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Hall again.
Dances by at the 20. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Kalijah Cansey.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Aaron Rodgers from 17 yards out.
And the Jets have cut the lead back down to 2.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking, nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates, I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2.
Rodgers will throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 2.
They run straight ahead here with White.
41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
57 to mine. 57 to mine.
Mayfield on first down. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey, 57, Mike 57. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball right here.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it.
This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's 2nd and 3. A give running right is Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And a good job to get him to the ground quickly right there at the 36-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Jeremy Ruckert
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that 1st half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense.
They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield.
To Evans on the slant.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down throw for Mayfield.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
56, the money. 56. I got him.
Mayfield now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
52's the mark, bro. 52.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
This complete to Corley.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers.
That one taken in by Corley.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
First down, New York.
They'll give to Hall.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
This offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. "37 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense."
Back now comes Tampa Bay. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. First down, Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Now 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. 56. Mike, 56.
Here's Mayfield. Finding Otten once more.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now Mayfield. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Mayfield looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
A second down throw for Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Going to the air again with Mayfield.
Now there's a short one taken in by Otten.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jet 16.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Baker.
The quick slant caught.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here's 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So Mayfield and the Bucs down by 2 touchdowns. 1:16 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Mayfield. And this is caught by Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They'd prefer to use him on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Mayfield. That's complete to Otten. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
57, Mike, 57.
They'll run for it. This is White. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Tampa.